It's Thursday, December 9th, 2021. A couple days ago, I was getting into my car. I took the helmet off and put it on the roof of the car. You know where this is going, right? So like, I'm dealing with the sound device, sound system, and the cord going to it. Put all that stuff in there, and then I get into the car and start it up, start driving. I'm hearing a little rattling noise. What's that in the trunk? I don't know. I'll have to check it out later when I get to Aldi. I had to get food for Pandora. I'd been up for 36 hours about. So wanted to get some sleep here in this hotel room. I'm at the Comfort Inn in Crystal Lake. So I started driving to go to Aldi, and then rattling, figuring out I'll just pop the trunk, see whatever it is that's rattling around in there, and then instead of falling off right away, it just keeps rattling, and I get up to Route 14. I think I'm on Pingaree, and light changes green, step on the gas. Hey, that rattling's getting even louder. And then all of a sudden a huge clang noise. What the hell? And then I see this little thing tumbling behind me in the mirror. And it was this. So the ultraviolet pathogen killer helmet is ReKT. It's fixable though. It's not completely wrecked. You can see that the chamber of doom stayed together, and aside from some gouges and whatever, it looks like it fared pretty well. However, I haven't taken it apart to look on the inside. No telling. The Zal thing looks like it took the brunt of the impact. And of course there's a bunch of little pieces missing. This was late at night, so that's all I could find. I heard some cars that were passing by running over little stuff. So anyway, so the thing is that I can't fix it because I don't have the shop anymore. Why don't I have the shop anymore? Well, I got evicted, and that's why I was up for 36 hours. And it's all my fault, really, for not making enough money, and I'm guilty of not making money. But the part of the blame has to go to the government, like this Small Business Administration. I'd applied for an increase in my my loan, and figuring, okay, here's somebody who's actually working on something that could help with the pandemic, but no, denied. So I've gotten $2,000 from them in two separate little loans. I'm guessing they're basing it on your how much money you made or how many employees you had, on the Paycheck Protection Program or whatever it was, or Small Business Recovery Act, some such thing like that. And and in the meantime, they're giving away $20,000 to a guy who was scamming them, saying that he had a barber shop with employees, and then, you know, an address, which was a tiny little house. And then again, the same $20,000+ I don't know when later. Like, I guess they never checked and found. And later, it was found that, well, there were no employees. These names were made up, and yet he got the money. And he's like the small fry. Months ago, the story came out that they'd given Dr. Sherry Tenpenny, whose entire business is anti-vax, $72,000. And then Joseph Mercola, which he's a famous quack doctor who's regularly appearing on Quack Watch, $700 and something thousand. Okay, so as long as you can fill in the blanks on the forms, you get the money. So it's like the employees working at the Small Business Administration they might as well not even be there. If there can't be any intelligence in the the approval process or how much money you get or whatever, there's no discretion where you can use your brain and say, hey, this is a bad idea, or that's a good idea. We should be helping this guy. And no, they're helping this guy over here who is working against vaccines and real medicine and all that. So, anyway, that's my what's going on now. I still have the mask, so I'm not sure what's going on with it. The last I recall, I had to run it off the belt loop only because of the internal battery is insufficient. But I also have a vague memory of there being smoke, so I'm not sure if there's something burnt out in it. It's probably easily repairable, so I'll have the mask. But right now, at the moment, what I'm dealing with is possibly selling the Hardinge for much less than it's actually worth, and having to rush to do that because it's just sitting in the dirt, well, on a 4x8 piece of plywood in the dirt behind the property. So you see, well, my main point of my little, I guess you'd call it a rant against the SBA, is that if they'd loaned me just 1/3 of what they gave to Joseph Mercola, I could have kept the house and kept working on the ultraviolet pathogen killer mask and helmet.